this is kind of related. Some fucking Representative Sharskowski, some weird fucking Polish name. He says, Social Security is not part of the deficit problem. At all. In no way.
Well, it isn't. You know, Social Security was financed, okay? They raised taxes preposterously high. Moynihan completely fucked the working man, and Kennedy and a few other people, unfortunately. They did this stupid Social Security Reform Act 20 years ago, and yeah, so they took a huge amount of money out of people's paycheck to create a trust fund for this future liability. And then they let the fucking rich bastards borrow the trust fund so they can invest the money in the stock market and make huge piles of big fat cash. And that's the big fraud. So if you give back Social Security the $2 trillion the rich have stolen, you know, it's perfectly solvent for another, 30 years.
I just love hearing Republicans talk about, well, we're going to have to make some cuts. You know, old people and disabled people, they've just had a free ride for too long, and we're going to have to make some cuts. And it's like, they never mention the military. 52% of the fucking budget, unnecessarily spent, and they never fucking mention it.
Well, 52% of the discretionary budget, which is kind of a bullshit way to make the argument, because it's not 52% of total taxation. But regardless, yeah, okay, yeah, we get the military thing, though. We got people, yeah, you can't cut the military budget tomorrow. That's like you have to have like a 10-year plan, and nobody's going to have that plan. And so that isn't going to get done, so it's a pointless whine. The point is there's a ton of Americans with fucking goddamn money they don't goddamn need. They got way too fucking much money, and they're paying way too low a tax rate on all this capital gains bullshit. Why should a working man's wages be taxed higher than the goddamn wealth you accrue off of merely having money in the fucking bank?
The only way you're going to be able to tax the rich is if you have a sales tax. That's the only way you can get at it.
Oh, bullshit. We somehow had a fucking thing called an income tax for fucking decades, you moron. All you do is bring back the fucking income tax.
Income tax is regressive, not progressive.
Bullshit. Capital gains tax is fucking as progressive as you can fucking goddamn get. Yeah, you gotta tax the money on fucking goddamn owners, on the leasers of life. They're the ones you gotta, if you make interest, collecting wealth off of interest tax-free, which we've essentially done, yeah, that will be your fucking doom.
Sales tax. Canada's got it right.
No, you're so full of shit. Sales tax is a goddamn tax on the poor. It's not a tax on the rich. It's not regressive. It's completely regressive, okay? More of the tax will be paid by the people who have necessary spending. The discretionary spending, people are allowed to be save their money and get even more wealthy even quicker, you dumb ass. I think. Well, no, you don't think. You really don't. You're just opining out of your fucking ass. You've got no fucking argument there. Sales taxes are completely regressive.
Sales tax is the only way that you can do it out in the open.
Oh, yeah, just talk like, why don't you talk like fucking Forbes, you dumb fucking moron. You stupid, ignorant cunt. Same fucking thing, cunt.
Not the same thing.
Same fucking thing.
Get your finger off that click button. Don't you fucking kick me, you son of a bitch.
No, I'm going to. Soon enough, you fucker. Just keep talking your shit. It's a bullshit argument. Sales tax is crap. Sales tax is crap. That's your damn right. I'm not looking down the list. Your box is right there. I can get to you, you fucker. I don't want to be talking this crap. It's idiotic to have to explain to people, the difference between taxing people who work and taxing people who don't fucking work. And like somehow we should have lower taxes for the people who don't fucking work. You have to be a fucking imbecile not to understand that that's stupid.
Why aren't all the billionaires running up to Canada then? If it's such an easy...
Who the fuck cares where they run? I'd like to put a fucking goddamn, tell you the goddamn fucking truth, where I cut their fucking legs off, and then they can't run no fucking place. Fuck the rich. You gotta get it, you dumbasses. The rich are gonna kill people. They're gonna kill a fucking millions of goddamn people are gonna die for these fucking rich. Alright, you gotta get the goddamn guillotine out and get ready to lop their motherfucking cunt heads off. They are going to kill you otherwise, you dumb, stupid prick.
You think I like rich people? You think I'm a capitalist or something?
That's exactly how you're talking, you dumb, ignorant cunt.
No, see.
Yes, you're defending the rich are getting all wet over listening to you talk about a sales tax as being a solution. That makes them, they're like, oh God, that'll be great. They won't have to tax my free lunch. They won't have to tax the free fucking life I live off of their work. That's what they're saying every time they hear somebody talk about a fucking sales tax, you stupid ass.
See, what a sales tax does is it changes us from a consumer nation to a savings nation.
Oh, we don't need the savings, you dumbass. Don't you understand? Savings is fucking irrelevant. The people who own the savings, you know what they do? They acquire more ownership, you dumb shit. Savings is just a way of capitalizing on other people. Savings is ownership, you stupid fuck. We don't want people to own.
Yeah, you do. Owning is good.
No, you fucking goddamn don't. You don't want people collecting interest off of ownership. Yeah, that's right. You want to sit around, not work, and collect money, renting life to somebody else. That makes you a motherfucking cunt capitalist bastard, and you can fucking go fuck yourself. Yeah, I mean, really, this is just too stupid to have to explain to people. I'm not going to do a Stickam every week talking about this fucking goddamn rich man, poor man shit. People really ought to be able to get it. It's not that complicated. You fucking pay people to work. You don't pay them to sit on their fucking asses and own. Okay? Especially if they inherited that fucking ownership. This is not complicated. Alright? If we end inheritance, preposterously stupid inheritance, yes, let people inherit the Mercedes and a few $1 million and leave it at that. Okay, you solve the economic problem because then you'll have no legacy ownership of our goddamn economy. You dumb fuckers have to understand that there's a tiny percentage of the world that is collecting all the value of your labor. Alright? They're getting preposterously richer every fucking day. They're turning your money into fucking shit. Because they say they have 9 million IOUs, you're only going to be holding 2 IOUs, you're going to be out of fucking luck, they're going to own everything, you dumb, stupid asses. Yeah, well, increase capital gains, but yeah, and completely annihilate this stupid concept of inheritance. You know how many fucking jackasses aren't doing one day's goddamn work and living off Walmart money? There's thousands of them, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people wasting labor, hiring a bunch of people to polish their fucking toenails, completely unproductive labor, not rebuilding our infrastructure, not doing anything socially productive, okay, just serving these motherfucking pieces of shit. Yeah, we just have to go, people are petty weasels is what they are. You have to be a petty weasel not to get this simple idea that if you went to the park, and they had a three-legged race for kids. And somehow they let some kids go halfway down the track, and some kids go three-quarters of the way of the track, and some kids got to go across the finish line, get the trophy and a balloon and a cupcake, okay, before the race even started, before you even fire the fucking gun and your little fucking weasel kid is sitting there at the starting line, okay? That's the setup. And any asshole who can't admit that's a stupid, irrational nonsense, that they would never let their kid run in such a stupid race, they would fucking complain to the city council and say, how the fuck can you run a race like this? This is a goddamn cheat. Why did that motherfucking cunt kid get a halfway up the track's head start? What is that crap? Okay, you'd be bitching and complaining, and when some moron can't figure out that the economy's working exactly that way, that this is a fixed fucking race, that it is not encouraging real, it's not rewarding real accomplishment, and it's a cheat. If they can't figure that out, then they're just too stupid to give a damn, and I hope fucking North Korea nukes them.
Okay, some fucking Somali kid tried to blow up a Christmas tree in fucking Portland and kill a bunch of kids. That happened.
Somali kid? What the hell is that? Some Somali kid. How long has he been from Somalia? Was he born in Somalia, or did he come over here like 3 weeks ago, or what did he have against Christmas trees? Yeah, people, you know what? There's 300 million fucking people in this country. The fact that a few of them, a tiny, tiny number, go completely wacko really shouldn't be news. So that's a stupid news story. Who fucking cares? I don't care if somebody tried to blow up a Christmas tree. I really just don't give a fuck.
Oh, I think it's kind of funny because it's one of those guys who got tricked by the FBI again. So, you know, the FBI is pretty good at fucking tricking these idiots and thinking that the FBI is actually terrorists. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, like I said, people get all kinds of wacky notions in their head and do wacky things, and that's all that ought to be. And that just how to have a category of news just called what the wackos did this week. The weekly wacko. Yeah, just put all the little wacko stuff in that category and just say, let's not make social policy out of what a tiny, 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 minuscule percent of the population is involved in.
Okay, this news item kind of fits in with your whole Drake equation, hatred. They found an oxygen atmosphere on one of Jupiter's moons, Rhea. But here's the thing, it's 115, what is it? 1 second, it's a really big number. Oh yeah, 500 trillion of the Earth's level of oxygen. So it's got an oxygen-based atmosphere, but it's still fucking shit.
Yeah, you're talking about 15 feet of atmosphere with no ionosphere and no magnetosphere. It's incapable of harboring life, especially since it has no liquid water on it.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, whether it's incapable of life, yes, life as we know it on planet Earth, but certainly, you know, frozatons maybe could make it out okay, or some other mechanism, you know, gravity, inertia, you know, something. They have to feed on some other thing besides solar energy, obviously, or really delayed solar energy, really weak solar energy. But whatever, we know that life doesn't happen on Earth. Look, life doesn't even happen on Earth. It happened one time 4 billion years ago. So, you know, what the conditions you need for reproducing chemistry is, you know, still kind of complicated. I mean, maybe it could happen on a Mercury. Maybe it could happen on a liquid metal planet. You could have liquid metal life.
Yeah, but I'm referring to carbon-based life. But yeah, the reason that's so novel and why scientists are going cuckoo over for it is because it's evidence that oxygen atmospheres may be fairly common throughout our galaxy. And if that's the case, there are planets we can colonize, but that is not one of them.
Yeah, and it really is sort of irrelevant though, because oxygen isn't